if you asked Browns fans at this very point last year, many of whom, as you know, if there was a Venn diagram, you remember those back in the math days, where it's one circle here, and then another circle there, and at what point the two circles mesh, okay, is the spot where there's a common area. So if one circle was Browns fans, and another circle fans of the Ohio State University football, that Venn diagram, in many ways, could be pretty close to two circles completely enveloping each other, right? That's how much of a common area there is.
I would say so.
Asking that Browns fan base in that Venn diagram meshed area what they thought of Baker Mayfield at this time last year, I dare say there might be a few unmentionable words said in that man's direction based on him planting the Oklahoma flag on the Ohio State turf in the middle of the horseshoe, right?
Correct.
So a man who definitely knows how much a fan base can go from hating you because of your college affiliation to loving you in the Cleveland, Ohio area is on the phone line, none other than Cleveland Browns defender, Jabrill Peppers. How are you, Jabrill?
How you doing?
Did I get that accurate? Correct?
Nah.
No?
Yeah, I'm still dealing with it.
You're still? Come on. Come on.
Hey, maybe when we win some more games, man. But as of right now, nah, nothing has changed too much.
No kid. But you don't think that Browns fans are you think that some are conflicted about rooting for you when you put on the uniform? Come on.
Absolutely. I hear it all the time.
What do you hear? Give me an example.
There are the Browns fans who don't care where I went to school at. But just like Michigan's fan base is so diehard and always supportive of their unit. I guess Ohio State is like that as well, man, because they will not let that go.
Jabrill, do you have the hiccups right now?
I do. I'm sorry. I just drank a lot of water, man.
Hold on a second. I'm going to scare you, okay? I'm going to scare you to try and get the hiccups away. You ready? You ready? Urban Meyer! Did that scare you? No? Didn't scare the hiccups away?
Is it like you stand on your head and breathe out of a paper bag or something?
I don't know. Jabrill Peppers here on the Rich Eisen Show. Best you can. Can you describe what it was like when Baker Mayfield went in the game 1 week ago tonight?
Oh, man, you could just, but Baker's shown in practice that, he's been preparing. In this league, it's always one play away. So you always got to stay ready. Baker has did a great job of that. He came in the game and did what he was supposed to do, man. Showed what he's done at OU time and time again, and that's be a gamer and win ball games, man. He got the job done for it.
So was there a palpable lift on the sidelines? Because I could feel it through the television set.
Definitely, man. And, we just all wanted to just rally together, man, because, I know a lot of people counted us out, but, we've been down before. We're no stranger to that, and we know how to claw and fight our way back. And I think we definitely did a great job of that as well.
Jabrill Peppers here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's it been like in practice so far this week?
It's been going well, man. We have a tough task going out there 6 hours away, playing in the Bay Area on a baseball field. So we've been getting our minds right for the Oakland Raiders. Getting ready for Marshawn, Amari Cooper. Jared Cook, Derek Carr, all those guys in the office has been doing the same, man. We're just trying to stack wins, do something that hasn't been done around here in a long time.
So when you say play on a baseball field, you will be playing on the infield on occasionally in the home of the Oakland Athletics. Are you anyway preparing for that? Like, are you throwing like a dirt patch out there in practice this week to try and get ready for that?
I mean, to me, the only thing that really matters is if it's wet or not. As far as terrain when I'm playing football, dirt though that really has no effect. And I actually think you might get better footing in it. But high school, my field was all dirt, so taking a trip back to memory lane.
Interesting. So you're used to playing on that. That's amazing. That really is amazing when you think about that. Jabrill Peppers here on the Rich Eisen Show. So on a scale of 1 to 10, with 1 being crazy and 10 being totally out of your mind crazy. How crazy is Greg Williams, Jabrill?
He's a sensible crazy. It's always a method to his madness, man. And he has various tactics and techniques to get the best out of his players. Most don't understand it, but when you play for him, you start to understand him a little bit. And, this is my second year being around him. So, everything he said makes sense to me. It's just the way he says it, But, you can't listen to the way a coach says it, just what he says. That's
okay.
That's been the biggest takeaway for me.
So then what has he done where you say, what he's trying to motivate you? Like how do you realize it in real time? What has he done for you, essentially?
Man, it's been many things, man. It's real hard to, pinpoint one specific time. But, practice, he makes practice as chaotic as possible, all the yelling and screaming, to see how we react under stress. You know what I mean? So when game day comes, game days is just more calm and relaxed. It's easier than the practice was. He kind of doesn't do all the yelling or, all the theatrics that you guys call it, unless, it's a big bust in coverage or, something that, we all know and went over it numerous times in a week. But other than that, game day is our day, get us to call fast, and we go out there and play hard for them.
And obviously, you being a playmaker in your own right, Jabrill Peppers, from a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being a man, 10 being a grown-ass man, what about Myles Garrett sitting up there in front of your defense?
Oh, man, Myles 11, man. That's one of the craziest freak athletes I've been around. I've been around some nice athletes, but I tell them all the time, man, you too big and strong to move that fast and be that explosive. You know what I mean? So it's like, I don't know how you continuously block them without, chipping them or double teaming. But if you do that, now you're giving the other guys we had one-on-one matchups who can also rush the pass, who can also blitz. You know what I mean? And we understand protections and how to beat them. So, we bring a lot to the table when we go out there, and Myles just definitely ramps that up because we know he's going to be in the head of our opponents.
Well, I mean, and I think, a lot of people are saying what Mayfield did against the Jets, and obviously that was remarkable. We're forgetting about another number 1 overall pick and how he changed the game, too. I think Myles Garrett changed that game when he hit Darnold early on in the first quarter. I think the Jets offensively started looking there and saying, okay, it's a short week. We've got a 21-year-old piece of China here that there's a bull in this China shop right now. I saw that. I'm wondering what you saw.
Absolutely. I think it was a lot of plays that, were made that kind of changed the game. For me, I would say the strip by Denzel was probably one of the, most game-changing plays in that game as far as on our defensive side of the ball, because that really got the momentum rolling back, got us some points on the board, and, we kind of never looked back from there. So, Myles is going to be Myles. We know he's going to disrupt the passer. He's going to have game-changing plays. But when you have other guys, especially rookies, stepping up like Jannard, Denzel, making plays, you got guys like T. Mitch making crucial plays. Joe Schobert has been stellar for us in the middle. So, we're finally putting it all together, man. And a year with this playbook has definitely allowed us to play faster and really understand what, Coach really wants us to understand about what he's trying to do and take away what the offense is trying to do.
And now heading into the black hole, are you aware of Hugh Jackson's history with that organization? Has that been uttered at all so far this week?
I know he coached there, but that's about, all of it that I know. I don't know the extensive history now.
Okay. Because, I'm sure this is a big one for him, too. In terms of Tyrod Taylor, the sensitivity of losing his job and what he means in the locker room still, I'm wondering if you could give some voice to that. What has it been like around there from that perspective?
Ty's the ultimate pro, man. He's still recovering from, his injury that he suffered on a Thursday night game. But Ty's the ultimate pro, man. He's always going to be a leader on this team. He's just a guy that does everything the right way, holds everybody accountable. and really a guy who you look to, try to emulate and be a pro. You know what I mean? I haven't really talked to him about it, but, at the end of the day, what's most important to all of us is winning ball games. You know what I mean? And I know he's going to do whatever he can to, help Baker and prepare Baker, give him some wisdom and just, knowledge of the game, because he's a vet. And, I think that having Drew and Tyrod with Baker, especially Drew's history, with the quarterbacks he had under him, I think it'll definitely be tremendous for Baker. And, we can't wait to go out there and play hard for him on defense. When you have a rookie quarterback, that's a job with your defense to take care of him. Take the ball away, put him on the shortest possible field. Especially me as a returner, too, a defensive guy, I'm still looking to try to get the best possible field position I can get for him, things like that. So we understand that, Tyrod understands, and, we're all in this thing together, and that's just to win ball game.
I got to be honest with you, Jabrill. I mean, whenever I mention the Browns amongst my friends, or I mention the Browns anywhere, essentially, everybody mentions 1-31. And it sounds to me through you that page has been turned. Mayfield is the latest one to turn that page in that locker room on that.
Absolutely, man. You can't always, live in the past. We know what our record is over the years, but as far as I'm concerned, we're 1-1-1, and there's people with worse records than that right now. All that matters is right now, man. We have another opportunity to go out there against a good Raider team and, stack another one. And, that's where our focus is. Everyone can say what they want to say, but at the end of the day, you got to put that ball down and line up against us.
Okay. So, and I look to you, sir, University of Michigan great, which you are. How does the Michigan fan base watch Ohio State, Penn State? How are you going to watch that? What should the Michigan fan base do for these two teams watching this one? Do you have any advice?
I don't really have any advice on that, but I know, when I was in college, I look forward to, watching those games to see how, they fared against one another, especially if we played one already, or, we're up and coming about to play them. So it's always good to, see how they do against, good competition. So that's going to be a good one.
It will. What do you think? Last one for you. What do you think of the Michigan start so far this year?
I feel like we started off a little slow against, Notre Dame, but, new quarterback, probably some jitters, guys out there, playing for the first time, and some guys who've had some experience. But going up there to South Bend, in a night game is a tough environment, but, you still got to go out there and put your best foot forward and come out on top. So besides that, and plus you never want to lose to Notre Dame or, any of those guys. So besides that, man, I think they're doing a great job finding their identity, finding their swagger. Guys are scoring points and lots of it. You got DPJ making plays on offense and in the return game. He already has more than me. He has 2 right now. So, if he keeps, taking home run balls back like that, that does a lot for, team morale and momentum. So, they just beat up on the Big Ten foe. I'm looking forward to the next.
Jabrill, I appreciate the call. Way to fight through the hiccups. Way to get it done. Way to focus. Thanks for the call.
Always fight through adversity, baby. Appreciate it.
Right back at you. That's Jabrill Peppers.
The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.